Mr. Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. Volunteer your talents is my topic tonight. Talents are in you to share. Volunteer your talents. In Canada, 12 million people volunteer over 2 billion hours of their time to volunteer in organizations and projects for the betterment of the community. It was also found out that in the recent decade or so, we have had a reduction in the number of volunteer hours. And I think there is a misconception or a misperception of volunteering in the new Canadian community coming into Canada. When I came to Canada in 1998, I was told if you want to gain Canadian experience and get a job, volunteer in some organization. My interpretation of that, work for free. Fortunately, I got a job, and in a few months' time, when my children were going to school, I seen many volunteers in the school, in recreation centers, helping out with activities that my children and others needed. I realized that without these volunteers, it would be impossible for many programs to run in these communities or in the school. I inquired with some of them, and many of them told me they had jobs that they did full-time or part-time outside of their voluntary work. Most of them said they enjoyed the experience of volunteering because it was their passion for doing whatever they were doing. And many of them also said they wanted to give back to the community because they had received much from that community through volunteers in their younger days or before. So from that day, I decided I got to volunteer my time because I understood the concept of what a volunteer means. And since then, me and the rest of my family volunteer a lot in the community and for different things that we find a passion for. Volunteer your time and talents. Many people think volunteering is about having great talents, being extremely intelligent, or having things that are money or time that you feel is easy to give away. That's not true. I will cite you an example of a person by the name Blessed Mother Teresa. Simplicity, love, caring and sharing, and that wonderful smile was what she volunteered to change the lives of millions of people in this world. And that voluntary work has led thousands of people to follow in her footsteps and be volunteers for the cause that she said many years ago. Volunteering is about your passion, your talents. Everyone has talents. What can you give to society or to your community by volunteering your talents? Help your children volunteer. In Canada, there is a program in schools where children are asked to volunteer their time. And I go back to this, where my daughter had gained tremendous amount of leadership skills through the Air Cadet program. It is a wonderful program, and every opportunity I get to promote it, I do that because it has shown me that youth can build up their talents and their skills. So a couple of years ago, when she was going to graduate from the Air Cadet program, I had a chat with her and said, Michelle, you have received tremendous amount of benefit from the Air Cadet program. Leadership skills, you have gone through camps, you have even had a job with the Air Cadets where you have earned a summer salary. You should think about volunteering for the Air Cadets when you graduate, because if you do not do that, this program may not continue because many people like you may not think about volunteering. I'm glad to say, when she went to Ottawa, she found a squadron and she decided to join them as a civilian instructor, volunteering her time. 2 weeks ago, she got her officer honors and she was instituted or took her oath as an officer cadet. So, youth can benefit not only by volunteering to develop themselves, but also can build a passion where they can go for as a job. If we don't teach our youth, we can be sure that the voluntary program will diminish. Canada is the capital of voluntary organizations. We should all give our time and effort for volunteering. I want to leave you with one quote tonight from Mother Teresa. She said, "We all think what we do is just a drop in the ocean. But the ocean would be less full if not for that missing drop." Can you add to that ocean? You can be that drop to make that ocean full. Back to you.